Morning. Here we go. Just off the open here in the Eurodollars. The option pin is directly behind me in the Eurodollar options. Open interest again in the CEP 96 calls drops 28,000. The DEIS 96 calls were up 18,000. And the trade yesterday was buying the CEP 96 calls and selling the DEIS 96 calls for 1 basis point. Traded good size, probably 10,000-15,000 times. What I heard was it was a local rolling out of some positions. So open interest reflects they're getting out of the CEP and shorting the DEIS. It's probably not this market changing my view with before I wanted to buy these flush outs and sell the rallies. Now I think you're flip-flopping your mentality to sell the rallies and buy the dips back. We're coming up on some pretty good resistance levels. That 10 level in red March, yesterday's high, is a good resistance. Could eke up to 11.5. And what you'd be looking for is closes above 11.5 before you're looking for the next leg up to 18. But if we start to fail here at this 10 area, 11.5, you could see this market come back down. Now last night's low in red March was 5.5. That 7.5, I spoke about that yesterday as being the short-term support. It worked several times where you could have bought 7.5s, sold 9.5s for hours within the day range. It just traded back and forth. So very good opportunity there. Now I think today, OH or pivot. Let's keep an eye on that for short term and see if we can stay below there. And be looking for a trade back down to the lows or maybe even make a new low. And then on the upside, like I said, this 10 area to 11.5 in there is good resistance. DEIS, also the front DEIS contract is coming up. 37.5 was yesterday's high. 38 was a previous high. And you also have 36 as a level. And if you draw the line in off of 36 and 38, it comes right in around 39. And I think that's the top. If this market's going to stay down, it needs to stop at 39. We started to close above 39, and DEIS should look for another leg up. For right now, I think the way the charts look, you want to sell these bounces up and then look to buy the dips back. DEIS could get back down to 29.5, no problem, and that'll be your first decent size support. Then underneath that'll be 25. Maybe even take a shot at buying a put spread in DEIS. You still got tons of time. Yesterday, the 90-92 put spread in December was 5.5 market. Not bad given the amount of time for a 25 basis point wide spread. You could also, if you thought you could get more downside, look at the 25 lower. So the 87.90 put spread yesterday, 3.5-4 market. Something to that effect where you get yourself some time where you don't have to necessarily worry too much about making a new high or whatever. You could give yourself, some room for the market to just play out up here. But if you want to sell some futures up here, look to buy dips back. That's the kind of idea. I think you're going to get opportunities to do that. So be patient. Like today is Friday. Remember last week we said don't get caught short. It's kind of the way it feels now. You have a 10-year note. 25 was yesterday's low. Last night's low is 25.5. Look for a close below 27.5 today. And then 119.22 comes into play again. I think if you start to close below 27.5, you could get some more downside follow through in the notes also. But if there's a good possibility that you get a trade up towards 120.21, that's where I'd load up and buy put options on the 10-year note as well. We do get fourth quarter GDP, and you get the Michigan sentiment. Michigan's a fade number. If it dips down, buy it. If it rallies up, sell it. Just fade that data. I never did like that Michigan number, but we still get it today. So it's Friday. Have a good day and a nice weekend. Jack McGrath with NakedTrader.com. Thank you.